Oh, very good evening, Heather. I think we are ready to set to start our evening today
Yeah,
with a wonderful discussion all together, you and me.
yeah,
I can see participants are joining for this event. We'll wait for another couple of minutes. Let's say
yeah.
for 8:05. We'll start sharp as 8:05.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So I've already seen a hi from one of the participants here.
Yeah,
Fine.
Manadun is there.
Yeah.
Mm, Okay, Heather, I think we are set to start for today's
Yep.
evening. Yeah.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to all of you in today's LinkedIn live sessions today. Today, we are going to talk into one of the fastest growing field we are right now looking out, that is cybersecurity. And in this, we will be discussing about identity and access management, or you can say in very short form, we usually call it IAM. As an organization adopt more digital tools, IAM is a crucial for security purpose. I mean, from keeping your data safe to the bank, or giving a privileged access to any management systems, or to any data that is stored inside an office or any specific place. Haider, a recognized IAM expert today, I'm welcoming you here. He is running with us. Heather, we are thrilled to have you with us today, and it's nice having you. I hope you can present some words with you in.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks for the invite, Anas. So I do follow your sessions, live sessions. It's very interesting. I think it's benefiting a lot of people, the aspirants. So it's nice to see to be part of this event. Well, yeah.
That's That's wonderful. That's wonderful, Heather. We too. It took a lot of time to catch you for this event. A lot of follow-ups have been there since from BD schedule. You have taken up time from us. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, without a delay, let's dive into the first topic which we're going to discuss about today is significance of IAM in today's digital landscape. It's very simple to understand. So, Heather, tell us why IAM is so crucial in now. What's the big deal about digital identity? We understand about from this word that's called identity access management. It's just like that you are specifying someone a special guard you're putting just before the entrance gate and making him to recognize only special people to be part of that information or giving an access. So, uh, why IAM is so crucial now? On what's the
Yeah.
big deal about digital identity? We want to learn from
Sure.
you.
So let me try to tell you the basic definition of IAM. So if someone
Yeah.
is new, so let them go through it. So IAM is a process of managing the users in an organization in terms of managing their accesses and in terms of their identities. When it comes to the joiner, lever, mover, it benefits an organization in automating things well. So when it comes to yeah, so it's mainly talks about the right people. It ensures IAM ensures that right people has right access to the right resources, and it prevents the unauthorized access to the organization resources. So that is a basic definition, I would say. Well, so now coming to the significance of IAM, so there are a lot of significant factors of IAM booming in these days. The one of the factors is regulatory compliance. So when I say regulatory compliance, so you name the CCPA, GDPR in Europe, and you take HIPAA. So there are a lot of regulatory compliance, and organization needs to protect their customer identities and as well as their employee identities. It has become more crucial towards an organization. So that is where one of the crucial thing is the regulatory compliance. Okay, they have to be compliant with the rules and regulations of each act, the HIPAA Act and all of that. And the other significance is cybersecurity threats. So these days, we're bound to see a lot of cybersecurity threats, the vulnerabilities and all of that. So this is also one of the point that it is potentially increasing these cybersecurity investments, I would say. So, and the other one is the cloud adoptions. As a lot of organizations are moving to the cloud, they are adopting cloud solutions these days. As the work culture has been changed, it has become a lot of remote work culture. So this is the rapid growth. We can potentially see it these days. And the other is user experience, as it's one of the important key term when we say IAM. So the user experience does matter rather than security. So how important security for us is equally important the user experience. So there should not be no access delays or the misconfigurations and all of that. So these are all the few things which is demanding an IAM solutions, I would say, Anas. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're on mute, Anas. Yeah.
Perfect. So I think that's great perspective you have given to us to understand about this. So basically, I can say it's a shield which allows a special entrance to any specific information sharing. It's just like filtering the desired information to where access needed.
Yeah.
So I balances the security with a smoother user experience also. It's just not because putting restrictions along with the restrictions they also provide a smooth user experience where people should not feel uh, disturbed or you can say more cluttered in the information.
Yeah.
Definitely it's relevant for the people on the technology from the work actually they're having. But above that, one thing I want to still want to understand what is the most important terminology you wanted to bring out? Just one word from the IAM perspective. I mean, someone who's very basic and looking into an IAM understanding.
Yeah.
So, what are the basic things which you give an idea about those things?
Yeah.
What is
So
that one thing, the key thing which you want to tell about the IAM first?
yeah, so we need to ensure that right people has right access to the right resources. So this is the
Okay.
ultimate goal of IAM. So you need to follow these cybersecurity principles. The IAM principle, one of the core principle is, as I said, the triple R. So there's the right
Okay.
people with the right access at the right time. So if you just
Yeah.
follow this principle, I think you are good. Yeah, you'll
Hmm.
become a good engineer, I would say. Yeah.
Sounds interesting. It's very simple and clear. Thank you. So, right, and speaking of growth, Haider, we see the IAM market is grow rapidly. And being an IAM expert, we would love to know what factors are driving this actually.
Yep. So when it comes to the factors, so there are several factors we have that drives the IAM. One of the factors is the cybersecurity attacks. No, it's also one of the crucial point. Um, the attackers, the vulnerabilities inside an organization in terms of risk, managing the risk inside the organization is one of the important driver. And well, so next, one more point I would like to tell here is the IAM market is potentially expected to grow in coming years, which is 2024 to 2031. So there is a
Hmm.
rapid growth. We can see it as the cybersecurity investments of an organizations are going to be doubled
Hmm.
this particular time, and as well as I would say the other important factor is if you see the compound growth, the compound annual growth rate, so it is
Hmm.
going to be expected to grow 10 to 15%. So based on the
Hmm.
market analysis, so that's
Hmm.
how it is going to be. These are all the key drivers, I would say.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. I mean, it's very clear to understand about what's the basic key behind that. Seems like demand isn't slowing down anytime. I mean, if I'll say this.
No, no. Its a roadmap is very clear in IAM. So
Okay.
it's going to grow like anything in coming years. As we all know that
Okay.
it's one of the demanded skill set, as people are not aware of it,
Okay.
and organizations needs it. Yeah, so that's how it is. Yeah.
So if I'll say the emergence of IoT, like we say Internet of Things or 5G or remote work environment, do you think these things going to play a crucial role to improve this market request for this IAM request?
Yes, so they do need to provide the accesses on timely basis
Okay.
to the application services, whatever they're going to deliver. It has to be on time, and
Okay.
it has to be secured.
Hmm.
So yeah.
That's interesting. Anything would you like to add anything about from your end? Being, let's say, I'm a professional who is focusing on to an IM and just looking this market is going so good. Few things you would like to just suggest me as a learner that these are few points you should take care of it. Kicking me the
Uh,
market
yeah.
boom in the side. Yeah, on this perspective.
Yes. Yeah. So try to make your solid foundation
Okay.
to the, as I said earlier, the cybersecurity principles
Mm-hmm.
does matter. Like, what are your course principles? Are
Mm-hmm.
you following these no, the principles of IAM strictly or not? So
Mm-hmm.
these does matter here. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That sounds good. I mean, if you are very much interested in the particular section or in the course, it's good for you because it's growing and if you keep giving your in-depth knowledge and growing, and also developing your routine to just keep your day by day learning in this, going to help you in the way, in right
Yeah.
way. That's interesting. I mean, it's very nice. So Heather, the next point we will look into this. I mean, we'll be moving to the next point to understand about this is the IAM market for future perspective. You mentioned it very well. It's growing. Everything is going nice, as in control. If you're putting up your efforts, if you're putting up your time in this course, it's going to give you a lot of what you really wanted it. So looks ahead. Where is IAM market going? What do you expect in next 5, 10 years? That's the basic question people usually ask. So we wanted to also know why, because if I'm looking myself particularly in this particular course or in this domain, where we can expect us in next 5 years or 10 years.
To be precise, so as I said, IAM is highly demanded skill set. Yep.
Mhm.
And as I said, the organizations are rapidly doubling their investments in
Okay.
IAM market space.
Mhm.
The scope, if you see the IAM market scope, so which is
Mhm.
my user authentication, provisioning, deprovisioning,
Mhm.
and we have the access management. So when it comes to the access request,
Okay.
so all these things, roles management, the RBAC, which is the role-based access control. So these
Mhm.
are all the scope of the market. Okay, so
Okay.
that's where these things will never miss for an organization, as they do want their business to grow. No, in terms of the business perspective, either it's a medium size organization or it's a small size organization, it's a enhanced demand for IAM
Okay.
market.
Okay.
So since no, this is it is enhanced demand, so it is going to be no, highly. I would say it's highly going to be more demandful coming years. I would say, yeah.
Hmm. That's interesting. I can imagine that will improve both security and convenience for users. What decentralized identity for the futures as well, and this is something which you really need. So, just wanted to understand how can you be make it more convenient, including security, and where this IAM plays a bridge role for them. Do you have any idea about this to help us to know?
So you mean to say uh, the
Yeah,
principle,
yeah,
or yeah.
yeah, exactly. We want just wanted to know that how we can make user convenience also taken care in control along with security. So let's say
Okay,
just not
okay.
because of yeah, that's the more important thing. Wanted to know about that. Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you this one. Yeah. So the preventive policies. Okay. So whatever the preventive policies or detective policies we are going to implement, so
Mhm.
those policies should be aligned to the
Mhm.
business, and those policies should not distract the user accesses. Uh,
Okay.
it has to be kind of adaptive access requests
Okay.
and adaptive approach. So when I say adaptive approach, so it should be a user friendly. You cannot name the and they have to be educated. The
Mhm.
end users needs to be educated to the platform, like
Mhm.
either providing a user manual or providing
Okay.
a right guidance. So
Mhm.
then it would become more easier for us
Mhm.
to implement your policy, and they
Okay.
can follow that policies, and hence the violations would become no, it would get reduced, and hence
Okay.
your security posture will become stronger. Yeah.
Hmm. That's interesting. But with emergence of AI, do you think any impact is going to come at this point of time? Because that one thing comes into my mind to understand. AI is shaping a lot in the industries, okay? And I'm sure IAM is not an exception. Can you talk more about
Yeah,
AI being
yeah,
used in IAM? Yeah,
definitely.
because something which is more interesting. Bringing AI brings interest of everyone, I think.
Yeah.
To open our learners also, I want to say you wanted to put any questions, you can put questions till now. What Haider has said, we are open to take your questions as well. So Haider, wait, you can go ahead with this
Yeah.
role of IAM
So
in AI.
let me tell you one general point, very general point. Like AI is not going to grab our jobs. AI is going to generate our jobs. So there's going to be it is going to make your job easy. When it
Mhm.
compared to if you see before AI, after AI, so how the things have been evaluated. The evaluation, if you observe, you'll come to know like how it is making a difference for us. Well, So let me tell you the point of role of AI in IAM. So it's very very interesting point for me as well. Yeah. So AI is one of the important key. I would say one of the major plays a major role, and I would say it's a game changer
Okay.
in the market, as AI can detect, or no AI can it mainly used in the real transformations of
Mm.
automating things for us. So for example, when I say automating things, let me tell you one of the best example. uh, AI can detect the patterns of if there is unusual behavior, or no, it can detect the patterns of unauthorized accesses, and it can be
Okay.
capable of triggering real-time alerts to the right teams, I would say.
Okay. So
And
I would say like interrupting you, saying that if I usually work in Los Angeles and I'm regularly logging into my system in Los Angeles, and all of a sudden I realize there is a suspicious login activity from Paris.
yeah.
So do you think this is something which is going to be covered in that part?
Yes, absolutely. That's true. See, when I say the authentication and everything will become automated and
Okay.
more friendly manner and adaptive, the experience, it not only enhances your security, it also
Okay.
no, it will also give you the user experience as well
Mm-hmm.
in more faster way than currently manually no this thing. So when I say,
Okay.
let me tell you an
Mm-hmm.
example of AI. As I said,
Okay.
it can detect and
Mm-hmm.
trigger. No, it can detect the unauthorized access patterns, and it can
Okay.
send to the right teams, and they can take
Okay.
appropriate actions within the organization policies. Well, so that's how it is going to be. Yeah.
Hmm, sounds interesting. It's like AI is a secret weapons against insider threats or breaches we're gonna have.
Yeah.
That's nice. You have well explained. But let me tell this one thing come to my mind. We talk about multi-factor authentications. We talk about two-factor authentications. Do you think this is something which is really required even after having an AI in existence? Well, because AI then automatically predicts your movements and it predicts your history. I mean, I usually log in by 9:30, or I usually log in by 9:40. I usually log in from a specific location, or I usually get access from my specific device. So when there's a lot of information has been given to an AI to put up their algorithm the right way, do you think then these traditional step authentications still be required, or you think they act as a bridge between both of them?
It is required, as I said, the no, it's booming with the passwordless authentication, password-less
Okay.
authentication,
Yeah.
biometric authentication. So these things would make more stronger
Mm-hmm.
way of authentication, no, and AI will protect those things for us. Yeah.
Mm,
And
that's
yeah.
So, anything good you would like to add from your end? I mean, something very interesting. You realize being an IAM expert that okay, this is something which I used to do multiple time or it takes a lot of my efforts. But now, after inbuilding AI into my particular task, this task is going to be reduced specifically to the IAM professional related to AI and IAM work only. Anything you
Yeah.
realized?
Yep. So you can take help of AI. I would
Okay.
say, as it'll give you a good feedback about
Okay.
your policy you're gonna implement, or what
Okay.
exactly you're gonna implement to the customer. So you can just
Mhm.
cross verify it. Either you're doing it right, or you're doing it wrong against the policy. So
Okay.
your things will try to reduce. Yep.
Sounds interesting. You said about the policy. With understanding the word policy, there's one thing comes into my mind that do you really think this, particularly if I'm looking my career in IAM, I have to be technical, techie Greek or something very far good in technicals, or I can be into a very natural background, coming with a very good speaking skill or good team handling skills, and having a sort of expertise in cybersecurity. I can also look forward in IAM, or I have to be more than about cybersecurity. Then I can be part of IAM. What's your suggestion in that?
Appreciate this question, Anas. First, thank you very much for bringing this question, as a lot of participants might be awaiting for this kind of
Hmm.
question. Yes, so let me answer it like so. There is no prerequisite, I would say,
Okay.
as a precise prerequisite for this particular technology. and you can easily learn the fundamentals, and you can make it strong on the fundamental modules and the
Okay.
core principles of IAM, and you are good to come to this particular field.
Okay.
Then comparing to the other fields, I would say, as the market scope is smaller, there is a good space, for the
Okay.
newcomers. Yeah.
Hmm, that's interesting. So it's not like specifically who are very much into technicals, they can only land up in this career opportunities. The one who are good and interested looking for opportunities in IAM, or they have a basic cybersecurity experience background and have, yeah, up to you. Yeah,
Having
you can.
one point, I would try to bring, there's an advantage, there can be an advantage for them would be having any IAM background and an IT field, and
Okay.
maybe a coding background. So this would add
Hmm.
a lot of value to your resume when you come from these kind of backgrounds. However, I would not say no. Is it equals to a newcomer? But it's definitely does matter. No, if you come with some background, at least with a corporate background. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Heather, one more thing. Now, since we have explained a lot about this, I want to know a few things about that. What are the career opportunities in an IAM somebody is looking? Let's shift to gear to careers. I mean, what career should one should look in IAM? What are the diversity you find in IAM? So, my first question is, what kind of job opportunities? Because that's the very fun thing people usually ask about. The job is something which actually people are looking into it. So, what, as you're an expert, would love to know what are the job opportunities you think is going to be help out people in this IAM industry?
Let me tell you a point here when it comes to the IAM career opportunities. So high demand for the skilled professionals. Point number one. So
Okay.
as I say, the market gap or market growth is going to be high, in the coming years. So the demand is going to be increased. The professionals, I mean to say skilled professionals, you need to have a strong, as I said, the fundamentals, and you need to have strong base of IAM. Then only you can achieve that, meet that demand. You can fill the demand, I would say. Next, the other one is the global opportunities, Anas. So
Okay.
there will be high global opportunities, no, for IAM, I would say. Either you name
Hmm.
US, you name no Europe, you name UK. So this demand is always there for IAM field. As I
Okay.
see, it's one of the key things for someone
Hmm.
who is looking for moving abroad, or being their the plan their careers for their abroad future. So
Okay.
this would be one of the key things, I would say. Next, the other point I would say is the competitive salaries, as
Uh,
everyone needs, yeah, as
that's the
everyone,
important thing.
yeah. So it doesn't not only makes you to do your basic needs fulfillment,
Hmm.
plus you will have more things when you are in this particular field, I would say. So as I said, this is
Oh,
one competitive salaries kind of field. And the other point, I would say, being certifications, being a certified professional, being as a trained professional in this
mhm.
particular field would always enhance your career to the next levels.
Oh,
So yeah,
sounds
so
interesting. So you're given a plenty of options. Oh, I mean, amongst all those plenty of options, what's the demand like for these positions actually? I mean, one side you said it very clear that there's opportunities are present, but there should also be a level of uncertainty of demands have always been in the market to identify the opportunities are there. Do you think the demands are also getting fulfilled properly, or we need some good skilled certifications or learning behind this, you think?
excellent point again, Anas. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. So let me tell you that point. So the diversity of roles. So you can become an developer. You can become a security consultant. You can become an analyst. You can
Mhm.
become a solution architect. So if your aim is a solution architect, or if you are looking for a kind of a senior developer role or a developer role, then your career path is going to be easy.
Mhm.
Like if you choose these kind of paths, and as I said, you have the freedom of diversity of roles. Either you choose a non-coding role or you choose a
Okay.
coding role. So it does matter when it comes to the career choices. They have to make their career choices based on their backgrounds, I would say. So you come with the core networking background or a database background, then I would suggest you can aim for a different solution architect, or you can aim for a different kind of role inside the IAM space. As I said,
Hmm.
there are more opportunities widely available for different type of roles we have. Yeah.
Okay, so with these opportunities, as far as I'm sure that, would you recommend where I can land up to have these expertise and can learn? I mean, any type of trainings you are into, or where our learners can come up and just find this way to be positioning themselves to just groom themselves to understand what is really required. Do you have any options for us to?
Yeah, so let me tell you, so being getting a right knowledge, okay, the knowledge what is necessary for you to stand out in the market, to stand out in
Okay.
the competition field, in the competitive world. So you have to make your own space, and you need to be in a position, like you have to be in a continuous learning. You
Mhm.
need to be professionally developed,
Mhm.
personally developed, and focused. So these things would really matters, rather
So,
than adding to the
that just sounds
technical.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds interesting. So you mentioned about professionally develop and professionally learn. As far as I know, that you also make a lot of professionals learn about IAM and giving a wonderful training. I got to know from InfoSector in that Heather is being great about that. Oh, Heather would love to know about the upcoming the events you are actually having for the people or the organizations. So we will discuss about that because we have something very revealing for the people in the today's sessions we have.
Yeah.
After this, one thing we will discuss about how we can land up our professionals to come and introduce themselves in Haider's training, because Haider is also taking care of a lot of trainings in IAM too. But moving ahead, there will later go on that. But we would love to know about the critical skills needed, right? Because Haider, this is also very important in today's world. Although I have taken the certifications, maybe there are people who are all certified, and all of them are getting the market demanded request or the market strategies as required for them. So, for our listeners interested in IAM careers, what are the skills most valuable? I mean, five or six or seven, whatever top skills you would love to tell them. Now they are IAM professionals. Now they wanted to be an IAM professional. What skill they really wanted to have that edge to get them ahead in any other IAM professionals or any other working professionals to stabilize themselves in the career.
Well, let me tell you very detailedly about this point. When the critical skills, like if you want to become a developer, okay, then I would say try to be good at one language. Either it's
Mhm.
be it Java or be it a Python, okay, be it a PowerShell, or
Mhm.
so these things do matter a lot when it comes to developing things or customizing things. Having an understanding of IAM tool, like
Okay.
either be it Okta, be it CyberArk, be it you'd name it, SailPoint in that
Mhm.
terms, as it is booming,
Mhm.
Savient. So having coming from these particular backgrounds, would definitely matter, because all you're going to cover all 360 degrees of an organization's audit. Either you take audit, or you take the role giving procedures, role assignment procedures, the birthright accesses giving procedures, or you take a process of automating things, customizing things for an organization. So these things do matter for an organization, and for someone who is looking to build their careers. So the skill set, they need to focus on one of the coding skill set. As I said, see, I don't say you need to be in a kind of a high level no, a Java enterprise level no, it's not required, but at least you need to be having a core Java expertise or a
Hmm.
C++ or C++ Java expertise. So over the years we are seeing it, right? So how C++ and Java, it's never changed in the market. So still today, though we have AIs, though we have a lot of things, but these positions will never change. So no, being learning these technologies will make you stand out in the market. However, the no volatility in the market is there, so you will be withstanding your position likewise. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah.
That's good. I mean, that's very clear. So, blend of technical and soft skill. I mean, you think both is required, or as you mentioned about the technical skills. So, how much do you think soft skills plays an important role if I'm looking my career in IAM?
Very good question, Anas. Yes, it does matter. The soft skills are very much needed. So I guess people coming from an engineering background, or maybe
Okay.
people coming from an no an master's background, so they are like they are very good at soft skills, I believe in. So definitely they can with their whatever the knowledge they possess, if they just add on to it, I think that's more than enough. So just like a plugin, so you just add a
Oh.
plugin and you become more no that spark needs to be added, I would say. So just try
Hmm.
to get that spark. I think you are good, no, you will become a good engineer at the end of the day.
Oh, sounds good. Very interesting. That indeed is not very specific to the people who are technically sound. This is something which people who are good at skills, people management, people handling can also land up themselves in this career point into identity access management. I mean, that's very good. You used a word we call sale point. I mean, I heard about CyberArk. It gives the privilege access management. I mean, you also use the word Okta, I guess, as far as I remember.
Yeah,
You use
yeah.
the word sale point. So let's, I mean, these are the certifications. Do you think really works out? I mean, now let's move to certifications part for professionals. So, what certifications when an IM professional should consider? I mean, after all, you tell about all these tools as well.
Yes, certifications adds a lot of value to your resume. Point
Okay.
number one, Anas. And uh, certifications will, there are a lot of valuable certifications are there in the
Mhm.
market in cybersecurity. You take CSSP, you
Okay.
take CIAM, the
Okay.
Certified Identity Management Professional from
Okay.
Identity Management Institute. So these ones, not only these ones, lot of vendor-based certifications.
Okay.
So when you say vendor-based certifications, you take no SailPoint certifications, you take Sabian certifications, you take Okta, you take CyberArk, you take,
Mhm.
so these vendor-based certifications will definitely be an additional no, value to your resume, I would say.
Mhm.
So yes, these certifications are main important. No, as I said, CSSP and CIAM. So these two are very very important. And then, as I said, additional ones, the great added value ones are your vendor-based certifications.
Okay.
So well, and also so no, you can imagine like so if you are a certified professional, so the competitive salary world, no, you will meet your
Hmm.
your expected things. Yeah, so that's what it is.
That's understandable. That
It
even
is
if,
what it is. Yeah.
yeah, with knowledge, it is always highly required to be certified in that specific domain which you are trying to confront. That's
Yeah.
very interesting. That sounds like excellent choice for building a credential, or you can say a confidence in the career in IAM. Definitely, IAM certification singles master essentials for everyone. That's what you have expect to
Uh,
tell of all of
let,
us.
let
Yeah,
me let me tell you one more point, Anas. Here, I just
it's
struck in my
interesting.
mind.
Yeah.
So not only no doing paid certifications. So there are a lot of free certifications as well, which are
Okay.
all available. So people can utilize them and they can enhance their knowledge, whatever the
Mhm.
expertise they have. They can enhance
Mhm.
their expertise by using those free resources which are all available. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Uh, Either you mentioned about the tools that people can learn. Can we tell to our students or to our learners that where they can learn these tools from you, where they have to come to learn?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Why not? So if you can see, there is a. Can you go to one slide? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is my upcoming batch of SailPoint
Okay.
Identity IQ implementation and
Okay.
development. So it's a 40-hour instructor-led training.
Mhm.
I will be the trainer, and I will be covering all the modules of SailPoint Identity
Okay.
IQ and strategies to market yourself as a SailPoint professional, or maybe an IAM professional, and
Mhm.
how to become an IAM engineer, or a SailPoint engineer, a clear roadmap, or if you're aiming for becoming a developer, a clear roadmap for that. And not only technical modules, I'm going to give a lot of insights as well. So yeah. And this training would give a completion certificate as well. It's a lot of added value for them as well. And one more thing, like, I will also giving certain overview of the tools, which is SSO
Mhm.
tools. And the interesting point here is, Anas, so they will get a lifetime lab for
Okay.
they can host it.
So do you think this is specifically when you are going to introduce yourself in learning from InfoSec?
Yes,
Okay.
they do receive a
Okay.
lifetime, the lab materials, and in the
Okay.
lab, their own lab they can establish, and they can do a lot of lab activities in that. And
Mhm.
they, and also the recordings, they get an additional ones. So there are a lot of things and a lot of advanced documentation from me. Especially, I'm going to share a lot of
Okay.
knowledge. Those things will definitely help them to grow their expertise. Yep.
Sounds interesting. Like if somebody joins your specific course from InfoSector, which is going to be come up, they will be getting instructor-led training. Apart from that, they are going to get post support as well. I mean, this is something which is interesting. I would love to know how do you going to handle them once the training is over after 40 hours? Were they going to connect it with you or not?
Yes, so as we're gonna maintain a WhatsApp group, like
Okay.
a common WhatsApp group, we're gonna add
Okay.
people to it, whosoever has joined the batch, and they'll have access to that lifetime, and they do post their queries, the basic queries. If they feel like, sir, I'm looking for aiming for a certification. So
Okay.
those kind of things, I would still see people poking us. Yeah, so it's always good to be
Sounds interesting.
in these kind of platforms. Yep.
Okay, so you're going to be learner for 40 hours and guru for entire life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
interesting. That's great. So let's say if I'm a learner, I got a training from you and I've done my training and I've connected with you and I'm planning to give my examinations. Just before my examinations, I found some topics are going to be very crucial for me, unable to find my answers and solutions. Can I poke you that time?
Yes. So for this particular thing, as I'm going to cover a lot of study guide and a lot of the materials
Hmm.
for your self preparation, I think
Okay.
if you invest time on that, I think there itself you will be fulfilled. Your
Okay.
requirements will be fulfilled, I would say, Anas. The additional things, if they feel okay, something striked in their mind or something, so they can always do put it in a WhatsApp group, and whenever I get
Okay.
time, I'll try to help them. Yeah.
That's very interesting. I mean, you're giving all the stuffs to them. I mean, including the practical training, the theoretical learnings, 40 hours of support, live post supports. You're also bringing out there. You would you love to tell? You must be feeling very privileged when people participate with your training exams and your training learnings, and after the training, they are getting placed in wonderful companies or getting their examinations passed out. Do they share testimonials with you as well? Do they connect with you and tell you the celebration of their success?
Yes, yes, I have seen
Okay.
people doing that. No, no, no. They do message me often. It's nice to see the growth,
Okay.
among us, and yeah, that's good. Always good. Being my friends, you take, or you take, the participants you take. So yes, so it's always it boosts you a lot when it comes to you see people growing around. Yeah.
Very interesting. One thing very special or very close to you about this training program that makes you feel happy about this, we would love to hear from your end.
Yeah, I'm always excited with InfoSec.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this, Anas, as your yeah. So it's very nice to be a nice organization in cybersecurity domain. So
Okay.
that excites me a lot, and seeing every time a new people in the batches, and I feel more excited about teaching them, giving the right information to them, whatever I
Hmm.
could deliver to them. Yeah.
That's great. Sounds interesting. Thank you so much, Heather, for giving these valuable words to the training programs. Surely, to all the participants who have joined who are looking for the career in IAM, can drop a message to Heather if you have any questions and query till now, and they can learn to more about this in their training that is upcoming in the month of this November, I guess. Yeah. Thank you. So this is done. People got to know what they wanted, and the most important things come in type of any type of learning what I'm doing. There is nothing in this world which is not full of challenges. It looks very easier when you're getting good guidance. It looks very interesting when you're getting good learnings, and you're getting all those informations the way you wanted it. Bit by bit, everything is putting at the right place. But sometimes for some people it doesn't work well, well, because maybe some challenges are there which is going to hit them hard. So, what are the few challenges you think when somebody is looking their career in IM impacts them at a very peak level or the bottom level to not just get out of it and get themselves strongly into the market?
Yeah. So let me tell you a point here. No, so the major challenges in IAM is balancing a security along with user experience.
Okay.
So the robustness of the environment. No,
Hmm.
if you make your environment as complex, and no, if you go beyond out of box features of the system, then no, then there are, as I said, no, it might no, do some hindrance to your no, what do I say, the security, or you take your the user experience might affect. So
Hmm.
those things would take more no, more time for you to figure out and no, fix
Okay.
them. And also one more thing is integrating legacy systems. So
Okay.
when it comes to you have an incompatibility system, or finding an approach to integrate a legacy system was always a challenge for us in the IAM space. So the organization needs it for implementing, but unfortunately, so due to the incompatibility, or
Okay.
no, so these legacy systems will not be able to integrate with the IAM systems well. So this is certain things, and one more thing, it's the complexity of the environment, like you know, if it is more complex with more identities, so we have to be more extra careful
Hmm.
while you do something. It should not impact the users accesses, or it should not impact the environmental no, breaches, or maybe environmental things. It should not no, take a route of that direction. So that's where it is a bit challenging for us to be aware of everything in such kind of complex environments.
Okay. Sounds
and
interesting.
and challenges for new beginners or any IAM professionals, I have already told, as I said,
Hmm.
these factors. But when it comes to the newcomers, as you explicitly mentioned about the challenges for IAM careers, so
Hmm.
people will feel in beginning days, they do feel like kind of no, burden, or they feel like okay, by seeing these complexities, as I said,
Hmm.
the integration complexities, or the requirements not meeting the requirements because of these incompatibility issues or everything. So it might no, become a kind of a challenge for them initially, but I think over the time, if you do well, if you do practice it, or if
Hmm.
you read the right blogs, and you know, being updated yourself would always help you, you know, in going through the new releases, new release notes, what
Okay.
connectors are being implemented. It will solve most of your problems, and you need to be withstanding those situations. And I think you are good if you're doing all that.
That sounds interesting. So we need to keep ourselves updated with the new publications or new resource that is coming into the market related to IAM or access management and other things.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. So it's a lot of juggle, but sounds interesting. It's also rewarding also, because
Yeah.
if you keep doing things in the right way with the right appropriate strategies, it's going to give you the right reward you really want it to be.
Yeah.
So overall, I think discipline is required in this type of training, where because you kept on evolving yourself with market trends. Along with that, the tools which is required. I think there is this requirement of soft skills are also there, as you mentioned. So altogether, it's a rewarding, very interesting. That sounds. Anything else you would love to add into this from your end, Haider?
No, I'm good with it. I pretty much covered the important
Yeah.
pointers, I would say, Anas. Yeah.
That's interesting. So above all, let's say to the last, or we are about to closing to the end of the discussion. Uh, Few things which everywhere people do discuss. That's about future and the trends, because trends decides what's going to land up into the future. So as per you, as an IM expert, what trends you see in this, in this domain, in this career, or in this work, in any XYZ platform you find, that the future technology is going to be like this in IAM, or the future opportunities to be something else in this particular domain. So what's your trends? What something which you have observed as an expert in trends or in technology?
Yeah. So, first one is when it comes to the trends, okay, which is an customer identity management is going to boom. Managing the customer identities is one of the recent trends, I would say, and adopting to the cloud solutions. The organizations are looking for cloud-based IAM solutions. So recently, I see identity security cloud in SailPoint is making a lot of nice.
Hmm.
Those things I see. No, it's very interesting and it's good for us. And also, as I was talking about earlier, uh, AI is one also the AI
Okay.
artificial intelligence also is one of the key things in the current trends. And I will keep it short. I don't want to take much time of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and these things would really help, like these are the recent trends you need to look into: the passwordless authentication or the seamless authentication methodologies. So these would really become a recent trends, I would say. Yeah.
That sounds interesting. Fascinating too, to see where the field is actually heading. Let's see, people should not clone the fingerprints of people so that anyone can access the mobile phone of anyone else. Something like that should not happen in future. So interestingly, any advices would you love to give? I mean, this is one thing, Haider, but people always ask for someone who is more fortunate and more expertise in their field specifically, or they have an ideas about all those information. So a lot of expertise you bring with yourself. Any advice would you love to give to someone who is coming new in IAM, that is from your end?
Well, great. So my advice for newcomers is make your fundamentals strong,
Okay.
the first point, and keep updated yourself with the latest things in the market, and try to explore yourself as much as you can, and try to learn as much as you can. And also there's one more point. Beyond that, try to obtain a certification. Try to obtain, as I said earlier, the free certifications. At least participate in those certifications and try to learn there, and also be part of communities. Yeah. So this is one advice I would like to give. So be part of bigger communities. Either you take LinkedIn, or you take other communities as well. So just try to be part of them all the time, and also try to be doing network building. So
Okay.
yourself have to be try to do as much as you can. You meet people, learn from the people, and yeah. Yeah. So that's networking does play a key role. And uh, and if you ask me, the professional continuity of learning and
Mhm.
continuity of professional development does matter here. As you was mentioning, Anas, about the soft skills. So
Yeah.
yes, so the communication skills and the soft skills do matter a lot. So just try to work on those areas if you feel
Mhm.
you lack in that areas. So just do that. I think that's it. You will be good. You will become a good IAM engineer. And all the very best for your future endeavors, guys. Whoever has participated here, and
Mm.
yeah, and yeah, thank you. Yeah.
That's very interesting, Heather. That sounds very cool, and it's very great to learn as well. I mean, if me for me, someone as an host, being a part of your discussions, taking my views, it was very interesting and full of knowledgeable. And I'm like, focusing on cybersecurity is not basics. It's all about to bringing a lot of different elements together to make it more easy to learn and easy to deliver in such a way. Then the specialization in IAM tools, consider getting a hands-on experiences also, as you mentioned about the tools as well. Surely, definitely in future endeavor, future events, we can come with some tool understandings as well, that how someone who is very much into IAM can use those tools as well, the labs, or you can say the basic certifications, as you mentioned about people regularly, they should be part of such events where these discussions are actually happening. Publications are there, they can look up to that. That's very interesting. I mean, that's a good advice for me as well as a learner. It sounds very interesting. That's great. I mean, from my end, giving you all the valuable thoughts and ideas. The platform is open for the learner as well. If you have any questions for Heather, you can just put it in the chat box. You can ask there. If, by the time, Heather, if you wanted to add anything from your end, any interesting story or any interesting ideas from your end you want to learn to add for an IM or anything else, that will be great. Sooner than we'll be about to close our event after that.
Yeah, I think one point, as you just said about the lab thing. So just try to hands-on experience do matter a lot for an individual. So try to do as much as practicals you could. So that's one last point addition here. So I think that's it from my side. Yeah. I
Okay.
hope by saying this, and I think most of participants have got whatever the knowledge they were expecting from this
Yeah,
session.
of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
Of course, definitely for sure. This is about to give an awareness to the people what are the future trends we are having. It's not about the core detailed technical studies. It was just to unlock the opportunities in identity access management people are actually having. What's the market trends, how market is responding. The way you mentioned that market is responding very good. There's a lot of opportunities are there. People should look for those opportunities and they should land up to good career pathways are very much there. They are continuously they are learning, continuously they're evolving. They are good career path also they are have. Future identity digital information is also doing very well. AI will be a good part. We're going to play a great role out there, layering the security services and other informations. So that's all. I think people have got an idea about the IAM, that how it's going to impact the trends, the market, and the opportunities they're actually having. We will surely come up with your next episode regarding SailPoint or regarding any specific tool. We'll discuss about how really does it works, to know about the science behind the magic which actually happening with all of us, the way we look the security and the way we look our data protections. So that's all from mine, Heather, and thanks for giving this deep dive discussions into IAM. And it's clear that field is packed with opportunities and innovation. I personally say and relevance too. For our listeners interested in cybersecurity, IAM is definitely a career to consider. I must say, because the way Heather has explained about the leverage of getting good salary packages, or whether you can say a good job in the market, or a good position, or you can say a good working professional, it's really clear to all of us that yes, of course, it do contains a lot of potentials. Thank you, Heather, from my end. Thank you for giving available time for all these discussions. Really insightful to all of us.
thank you. Thanks, Anas. Signing off. Yeah.
Thank you, Heather. Thanks once again for everyone listening to us. And all of you have a wonderful day today.
Bye.
Bye bye, Heather. Thank you.